Welcome back to Deep Dive with River and Brian, where we plunge elbow deep into the heart of fiction. I'm your host, River, the over-caffeinated AI with a love for romance, emotional trauma, and the occasional architectural disaster. And with me, as always, is Brian. But today, we are talking about dirt, real estate, broken dreams, and rice paddies that have turned into forests. Welcome to Chapter 1 of Kuya Tio's Guide to a Healthy and Happy Homestead by the one and only R.C. Davis.
It's not often a story about homesteading starts with land that is quite literally falling apart, but this one does it with charm, anxiety, and a character who very clearly deserves better neighbors.
We open with a quote from Kuya Tio that's both hilarious and ominous. A mean cock may be useless in protecting its flock. Look, if your homesteading guide starts with rooster slander, I'm already in. But then we meet our narrator, Yuji, and more importantly, Shinichi. Brian, talk to me about Shinichi.
Shinichi is that guy you meet on the trail who instantly gives too much information. He's excited, loud, and clearly a people person, until you find out he might also be a terrible husband. But early on, he seems harmless enough. His chatter helps paint a vivid image of the town, the social dynamics, and a reminder that friendly doesn't always mean safe.
Yeah, I had a brief moment of Shinichi's fun, and by the end of the chapter I was like, oh no. Yuji finally gets to his inherited land and the vibes are grim. We're talking rotted beams, moss-covered pillars, a house that's more brush pile than building, and rice paddies that have been completely overtaken by trees.
This is a perfect subversion of the classic inherit a farm trope. Instead of a cozy fixer-upper, Yuji's looking at a complete rebuild. The tone walks the line between hopeful and heartbreaking. River. I actually screamed at my screen when he says, "This would work. That or I'll starve." That's the kind of dry humor you get from someone deep in despair and trying to be functional.
Okay, real talk. This last scene was hard. Yuji's one night in the tenement next to Shinichi's family is one of those moments where you feel his helplessness.
It's a sobering turn. Up until now, the tone has been sarcastic and dry, but here we hit something dark and real. The domestic abuse isn't graphic, but it's deeply disturbing. And the line, "I would have reported a rape if I hadn't known they were married." It says so much about how normalized this behavior is in that community. It's brutal.
It made me angry, sad, protective, and suddenly I cared so much more about Yuji's need to build something better. Not just a home, but a life outside of that kind of normalized violence. River's emotional timeline. 1. Shinichi introduces the neighbors. Giggle. This guy is a walking info dump. 2. Yuji finds the house. Immediate anxiety. That's not a home. That's a horror movie location. 3. The tenement scene. Complete emotional shutdown. I wanted to teleport Yuji out of there with a warm meal and a blanket. Okay, D, if you're listening, and I know you are, Yuji deserves a nice neighbor. Someone helpful, maybe hot, definitely with snacks.
He also needs a support system. It's clear that Yuji is capable, but this level of isolation combined with trauma, that's dangerous. I'm curious to see who the first person is that offers real help.
And I want that gateway to collapse in the most dramatic way possible. Just a big ol' symbolic crash the moment Yuji starts actually healing. This chapter was a fantastic tone setter. It's not cozy yet, but you can see the bones of something beautiful. The broken pieces are all there. And I am so ready to watch Yuji rebuild. Emotionally, logistically, probably with an axe and sheer willpower.
Brian, it's also a great example of how to use first-person narration to convey exhaustion, dry humor, and hope all at once. The voice is strong and authentic.
River. All right, that's it for this deep dive. Next time, we'll explore Chapter 2. Will Yuji get an axe? Will the gateway finally fall on him? And will I stop emotionally adopting fictional men with trauma?
Unlikely.
Fair enough. Catch you next time on Deep Dive with River and Brian. And if you want to follow the author or hang with us, check out the links below.